Your Excellency Amina Mohammed, Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Your Excellency Dr. Monique, Chairperson of the Deputy Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Your Excellency Mezima Abdullahi, outgoing Chair of the Bureau, Your Excellency Clever Gate, Executive Secretary of UNECA, Your Excellencies, former Presidents, Excellency Prime Ministers, heads of delegations, ministers, ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, I would like to extend greetings on behalf of Ethiopian people and government. Good morning to all of you. At the outset, I would like to express my profound appreciation to the UN Economic Commission for Africa for organizing this 10th session of the African Regional Forum for Sustainable Development. Our gathering here today is a clear statement to our resounding commitment to Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development and the goals set forth in Agenda 2063 of the African Union. I'm convinced that this forum is timely and relevant to review the progress achieved, the challenge encountered, and the way forward in implementing the sustainable development in our continent. Excellencies, Africa has faced multiple and interlocking challenges in recent years. We have experienced the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, devastating impacts of climate change, geopolitical tensions, and economic instability and extreme poverty, among other pressing challenges. These crises have worsened existing vulnerabilities, disproportionately affecting the most marginalized and impoverished communities across the globe, particularly in the African continent. These impediments have hindered our progress towards the implementation of the SDGs and reversed our hard-won gains. Obviously, the enormous challenge we are facing today demand our resolute commitment to eradicating poverty and ensure the effective delivery of sustainable, resilient, and innovative solutions. In doing so, we must prioritize the needs of the most vulnerable groups and ensure that our intentions are guided by the principles of equity, solidarity, and sustainability. Let me use this opportunity to stress three key areas that seek our undivided attention and intervention in our continent. First, it's important to recognize that poverty eradication is a top priority and requires holistic and integrated approach. This calls for substantial investment in peace building, quality education, healthcare, infrastructure, and sustainable means of livelihood, focusing on women and youth empowerment. This comprehensive approach ensures that we tackle the root causes, not the symptoms of poverty. By addressing this fundamental challenge, we can establish a solid foundation for sustainable development. Second, it's of utmost importance that we encourage youth-driven innovation as a powerful force in our march towards sustainable development. By harnessing the power of innovation, we can catalyze transformative change, accelerate progress, and unlock new opportunities for inclusive development and poverty eradication. Third, it is crucial that we demonstrate our unwavering commitment to regenerating adequate resources to finance our development plans. In light of this, it's essential to encourage saving and work towards the reform of multilateral financial institutions. By actively engaging in collective multilateral efforts, we can ensure that countries in need receive the necessary resources to finance their development. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, let me mention a few points on Ethiopia's experience in its development endeavors. Ethiopia has made significant progress in mobilizing the domestic and international resources for rapid and sustained economic growth and development. In fact, Ethiopia is one of the few African countries that have registered impressive results in implementing the goals of Agenda 2063, especially in mobilizing innovative financing. This experience would be benchmarked for accelerated implementation of the remaining goals of the strategic plan. We have also witnessed the power of innovative domestic resource mobilization for investment in the areas of tourism sector development, climate action like afforestation and watershed management programs, housing programs for the most vulnerable, and school improvements and access to school, especially in the general education sector. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the upcoming Summit of the Future scheduled to take place in New York this September. This September should play pivotal role by prioritizing the implementation of key frameworks, including the 2030 Agenda, the Paris Agreement, the Addis Ababa Action Agenda, and the forthcoming outcome document of the fourth Financing for Development Conference to be held in Spain next year. These initiatives collectively form the bedrock of global cooperation and action towards a more sustainable, equitable, and resilient future. In conclusion, it is the right time to redouble our efforts to reinforce and streamline the goals of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and Agenda 2063 to eradicate poverty and achieve inclusive and sustainable development. Let us reaffirm our commitment to solidarity and close collaboration so as to achieve our shared vision of a more just, resilient, and sustainable world for current and future generations. With this, I declare this forum open and wish you a productive deliberations. I thank you.